Oh, Lord. How about that? It's on and popping now. Let's start this over. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Got a great show tonight playing, and tonight we'll be discussing why you shouldn't hold your vote. I'm super excited about talking about this topic. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've been seeing a lot of people having different discussions and stuff, so I just want to kind of get my little chime in on it and everything. So, again, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producers, DJ Lab and Slick 316.
What's going on, brother?
Now, what's happening with your brother?
Another Thursday, right?
Another Thursday, man. Ready to change some lives and everything. But I'm super excited about tonight and everything. And as you guys know, what I always do at the beginning of each show, I always rehash the previous week. And just to kind of bring in perspective, we are still, I'm trying to get some technical stuff straightened out with the boy. What's that? William birthday. William birthday was awesome.
Was awesome.
Shout out my baby boy. William birthday was that's why we had a show last week. William birthday was September 10th.
Okay.
And had an awesome birthday. I'm real proud of Will B. Will be 10 years old now.
Uh-oh.
You know, and everything. Yeah. Baby boy growing up. That is that's probably me all over.
Right.
That's me all over. He's a butt. And everything. Most folks call him my ass, but
right.
That's my baby boy. That's why you up under me so much and everything. We had a good time. Will be birthday and everything. He let everybody that ran across him know that was his birthday.
He should, as he should. You know it's my birthday today, right?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? You know it's my birthday, right?
He wasn't telling for a damn happy birthday.
Right.
You know.
Where they cash at? Where they cash at?
My dad has Cash App.
Right.
He has Zelle and all that stuff.
Yeah, you could. No excuses.
That's my boy. But I appreciate you guys. You had a good birthday and everything. We also still in the midst of the pandemic.
Right.
Everybody still do the same stuff you learned in pre-K. Wash hands 6 feet apart, practice social distancing, cover your mouth when you sneeze, cough, and everything. See everybody getting a little bit more lax and stuff with the mask and everything and stuff and everything. I think a lot of people still think this is a damn cold to get on a damn ventilator.
Everybody real lax with their mask.
You know.
Real lax. I mean, I seen a lady in Walmart, her and her 1-year-old baby, no mask.
It's to be seen, man. I want to do a show on that later in regards to even with stuff with the vaccinations and everything coming out. You know, how people are going to be approaching everything and stuff. But that's a show want to do maybe the next couple of weeks in regards to everything. Just, from that, compliance and all that other stuff, even common courtesy with everything. But we'll discuss that in a couple of weeks. Also, want to give a big shout out to Jonesboro High School football team. They 2-0.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they beat Eagles Landing last Friday. They supposed to play Carrollton tomorrow, but they canceled or rescheduled the game.
Okay.
So they're not playing next week, so they're off this week. But big shout out to Coach Floyd and Jonesboro High School Cardinals and everything. Big shout out to my baby, my third son, Chris Burden. I'm 73.
Yeah.
Big Chris. All right. Also, I think next week some of the couple school systems will be doing a reopening on a hybrid basis.
Okay.
I think it's going to be kind of unique doing a couple of days on here and there. I think for the simple fact you still got to wear for the fact you got to wear a mask to school, you don't need to be there.
Right.
But,
This Clayton County?
Nah, Clayco, no, man. Black folks in Clayton, they ain't going to, hell, they don't even want to go if they got a cold.
Oh, okay.
Damn well they don't want to go. We talking about that pandemic. But I think it's more the mixed counties.
Okay.
I think Fulton, Henry. I don't know if Gwinnett is doing it or not. I don't know if Gwinnett, have they always been doing it or not. But definitely, I think predominantly black counties, they're not going to, Now we're going to make sure this thing is sound to put.
Right.
And everything. But that's going to be unique and everything. But also kind of with going into what we're talking about now, this is election year. If you have not registered to vote, please register to vote. Guys, I want you guys to know, if you don't go through, I think vote during 2 voting cycles, you're actually taking off the register.
Yeah.
So you have to re-register to vote, okay? You guys know I'm a member of the 100 Black Men South Metro. That's one of our big initiatives for the voter registration. Please make sure that you're registered to vote, okay? This is very, very, very important. That's one of the main topics we're talking about tonight's show. Please make sure you register to vote. And the way you find out you register to vote, go to the Georgia Secretary of State website, go to the voter registration. I don't necessarily say the links to voter registration, but it should have something with voters on there. You can put your information in, your name, birthday, driver's license number. They'll let you know if you're right now, register to vote. If not, you can register right in and out, but you got to register to vote, okay? Let's go on and get that. They want to make sure you got your voice. You want to make sure that you're able to be heard besides Facebook and Instagram, where it really counts at. We want you to be able to be heard in the ballot. So please make sure you register to vote, okay? Make sure you get there and everything. Again, this is Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're talking about why you should not hold your vote. Make sure you go to Change the Live, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I think we got 3,400. 3,400. We still on. If we are, we on Project 3,500 for the
right for the end of the year.
Month of September.
Okay.
You know, Change the Live. We talk about personal development, motivation, and professional development. Got over 200 videos, a lot of great information. And as we go through the show, I also kind of give you guys some tidbits what's coming down the pipe with Changing Lives. Also, check your boy out on Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and real estate investing. Mr. Short Dollar's at 1,600 subscribers.
Uh-oh.
Now, here's the deal, people. Your boy's trying to get monetized, so I can get a little ad money, so I can run more commercials and put more great stuff out for you guys. But I need 4,000 watch hours.
Right.
So I know you guys like those 2-minute videos and everything, but I need y'all to look at the hour-long shows.
That's a few of them up there.
Yeah, but you know what? Changing Lives got monetized. They didn't have 4,000 watch hours.
They did?
No,
but
I
you
don't.
have more subscribers though.
Well, you still gotta have 1,000 subscribers regardless. But now they want you to have 4,000 watch hours.
They changed it. Okay.
That's a lot, man. 4,000.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, you know. So you sitting there like, I just need you guys to help me out.
Right.
You know, sit down in front and just check out Mr. Short Dollar. But
let it play. You go clean up.
Exactly. Play on your computer, your phone, your kids, tablet, and everything. But most important with all that, I do want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart with the growth that you guys helped me do. Say what's up. You know, also thanks to my team here at Misfits Media and everything. You know, I really appreciate what everybody been able to do to help my show and both of the channels grow and everything. It's much appreciated and love you guys for it. But listen, getting into tonight's show, we're discussing why you shouldn't hold your vote. You know, one of the biggest reasons why, I even start big shout out to Old Forester's whiskey. Wow. 90 proof.
Right. Tickled in the back.
Wow, man.
It's caught you off guard for a second. I mean, I've never seen liquor catch you a little bit like that.
That 90 proof bite a little bit. It ain't scotch, but they get that good whiskey, like, woo. All right. Back to the show. One of the reasons why we'll talk about it, because we're in the middle of election year, and there you see all the signs, Trump 2020, go vote for Biden, and all this kind of stuff. You got all these people, that are, really coming out of the woodworks and stuff like that. We see the white militia, the black militia, the militia, right. And everybody's just sitting there saying different things and stuff. And what's really caught me by surprise, but even the past couple elections, especially, Puffy has been very active in his own way, with the, vote or die, all the voting and stuff like that. But what's happened a lot lately, man, I've seen even Puff, Cube and stuff come out with, holding your vote with his black agenda and everything like that. And I think it's a very dangerous notion to be doing it because of when you're doing it. And the reason why I said was when you're doing it is not the issue of people not talking about voting or telling people not to vote. There's a time to do it. And we're going to talk about that, in the course of this show. But I think it's when you're an influencer or you're a person that has a lot of blind influence, and I feel like I have a lot of blind influence because a lot of people listen to me just being active in the community, also me being a youth coach. Whatever Coach Burden say do, gonna do it, and everything. You might feel a certain type of way, but because you trust me,
you're gonna do it.
You're gonna do it. And you got
gonna test it.
Exactly. And it's like you want to test, you gonna bump the system, you'll kind of do it, well, look here, man, all right, you don't sound right, but I do it.
Right.
Kind of like your first girlfriend when y'all wasn't that date and you pulled over at the park. All right, Poochie. Oh no, Poochie. I don't know. Listen, I love you. Hey, I bought that combo dinner.
And I let you upsize.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to Center Hill Park and that loop around curve. But Just going in now. You see those, those guys that had that major influence like that, and it's very dangerous because we do want to have our influencers because you've seen a lot, man. We see T.I., Killer Mike, like even with it, like Jay-Z. But these guys have really got political, but I don't know what kind of damn politics they own and everything. And you appreciate people using their platform and using their voice, but I don't think we go into a dangerous realm where you have people that they're educated in their sense, but they're not attorneys. They're not politicians. They don't necessarily know all kind of public policies. Everybody got different degrees. I've seen Killer Mike say some stuff. You tell he has some idea, but also I know a lot of this stuff is real opinion based. But I think for the most part, the other guys, to be honest with you, they just saying what they like, and it's very dangerous because, unfortunately, most of the people that you're talking to, they're not going to go back and fact check. They're not going to question. No, hell no. Because you're not telling them to go research.
Yeah.
You're just telling them what to damn do.
That's
vote, don't vote, and all this other kind of stuff. Excuse me. And the dangerous part about that is that when you got people that don't do any kind of deductive reasoning or critical thinking on their own, you kind of go into a real funky spot because that's very, very, very dangerous. And with us, be honest with you, when I'm talking about the black race, we need a lot of participation. And I don't want to sit here and push. And I'm not going to push, hey, go vote for this person, go vote for that person. I want to push thinking. That's one of the main bases of changing lives, is to push thinking, push positive action, push, getting knowledgeable and everything. And these guys are sitting there saying, hey, man, we need to put an agenda in front of whoever want to do our agenda. Now, agenda should have been put out a while back. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Right. But like I said, again, that was one of the things that really, got me to want to do this show because, again, you see all these damn celebrities coming out. Well, why we should hold our vote? We shouldn't vote. And you see people, well, I'm not going to vote because this and this and that. You're like, well, what the hell? At the end of the day, if you choose to vote or not to vote, understand the ramifications by you not doing it.
Right.
Every time you compete, you ain't gonna win.
And it's a revocation not from just this one election. It's years of a revocation. It's not just a one. It's not like, oh, yeah, my mic on. Like, it's not like just one vote and one cycle and it's over. Once you don't do it, or once you try to prevent us from doing it, that's years of ramifications. That's not a simple task. That's years. You got years to wait now.
Yeah. I was talking about my homegirl, April Shaw. Big shout out to April Shaw. April been on the guest on the show before. She told me to tell everybody to check out a Netflix show called, what did April Shaw mention? The name was Hacked. But it was just talking about sometimes with some of these elections, and it's kind of like, we allude to certain things in regards to sometimes people will put, I'm not saying this is the case with the celebrities, but they'll put that kind of negative groupthink in place for you not to do certain things.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
If we sit here and tell you don't vote for this, that, and that, and you get the right person to say it, they just, hey, look, man, hey, just keep the Negroes cool.
Yeah.
Keep them this, that, and that.
Yeah, we'll give you $2 million. We'll give you $2 billion. Get them
exactly,
in line.
Exactly. And a lot of times, again, when you're talking to an audience that's not going to question you or not going to really think for themselves, unfortunately, that's the kind of stuff going to happen.
And that's one of the, we'll get into that another show, but that's one of my whole problems with us loving celebrities more than we seem to love ourselves. That's an issue. We will listen and do whatever they tell us to do instead of think about it just because they are who they are.
Yeah.
And they zeros, they got a few more zeros than we got.
Mm-hmm.
And that's dumb to me. They could lead us down a fiery path into a tunnel full of hell. We'll follow them right along because they puffy or they whoever they are.
That's why you got me at 40 years old dressing like their sons.
Exactly.
Tight old jeans. Cornrows with a hairline star back here. That's your daddy.
Yeah.
We're wrong with him. Again, it's Change the Life hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're going to talk about why you shouldn't hold a vote. And again, I just want to have a real in-depth conversation. So about it, and I want to have a lot of open dialogue. So guys, listen, make sure you're letting everybody know that we're on right now with the show. If you got any questions, please make sure you chime in to let me know what questions you may have in regards to this subject about holding the vote. And make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Change the Life hosted by yours truly. Also streaming on Facebook, Subscribe to YouTube channel, like the Facebook page. Follow me on IG at Deonte_77. As always, if you go to most of the posts, I'll have all the links posted on there. But definitely go to the YouTube channel. All the links for all the businesses and everything is there. So please make sure you go there and subscribe. Where we got a lot more great information coming about. And again, like I said, later on the show, I'm going to give you guys a idea what all I got coming up down the pipe within the next month or so. Also, okay. Now we're talking about this stuff. The reason why I want to have a discussion, we're talking about why you should hold your vote. I got 3 main reasons why you should never hold your vote. Okay, and those 3 main reasons are not holding your vote is number 1. Sacrifices have been made for you over history. The second being, it's too damn late. Again, we're going to talk about the negotiating process. We start by dealing with in a political process. And then number 3 is you give up your power to make any kind of change. Okay, so let's go down that list, right? The first one being, just history. If you have any kind of gumption of just knowing, the actual plight and journey the African Americans that went through in history, dealing with segregation, Jim Crow, and just facing racial oppression, you should have something inside of you to want to keep voting and making that difference, because it was people that gave their lives. But I know people, you hear a lot now, people say, well, we ain't got time for marching, we ain't got time for doing that, that's how they did it. But you gotta understand, if those, I can't even imagine. I would pray I had the courage that those people had to sacrifice their lives, their families, their careers to make opportunities for themselves and others. And to sit there and go to jail over and over, get beat over and over, get water shot on you, dogs sat on you, houses bombed, get murdered.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, back then, they can pretty much, white folks could pretty much come out in the middle of the street and shoot you in your face. I mean, those sacrifices were real sacrifices back then. I mean, we still have our sacrifices now, things we have to go through now, but you had to think about the era back then. Emmett Till got killed because they said he, they said he looked at a white woman. You get what I'm saying? So those sacrifices are deep sacrifices, man. Those are hard sacrifices that they had to make. Anytime that you're willing to go march in front of folks for voting rights, just for your people to be able to vote, because, your tax dollars are still being spent, and you got to deal with the fact that these folks can come in your house, snatch you out, shoot you in front of your family, and get away with it. Those are real sacrifices. I don't think people think that deep.
Well, and you mentioned Emmett Till. Just imagine the ones that you never even heard of.
Yeah.
And like I said, we were talking about just basic human rights, public bathrooms, sitting on a bus in certain places. And to your point, what you just said, hell, they all were paying in the same tax pool.
Right.
It wasn't like they were paying the black tax and the white tax. Everybody was paying the same
taxes,
property taxes, sales taxes. They were for the same. Everybody used them same public features for the police, the ambulances. So you're paying the same amount of money for the same services that you can't receive.
Exactly.
Imagine living like that.
Yeah.
Even when we sit here and say, like, now, just even have the courage to even say, well, I got the right to carry arms and stuff like that. You couldn't have, you didn't have that option, Constitution or not, then.
Mm-hmm.
And you just knowing what people gave up. Again, like I said, careers and stuff. You see all the protests that are going on now with George Floyd, Ahmaud Berry, and Breonna Taylor,
yeah.
and what's the guy with Rashad? I won't booger his name up. Young man that Wendy's. But even you think about it, people protest and burning down businesses. I bet you won't burn your damn job down. I bet you won't go burn your damn job down. I bet you won't go tell your boss, go to hell.
Right.
I bet you won't go to your job and take a knee. And go in your boss office and raise your fist. Where in the hell?
Right.
So I'm saying this kind of stuff to say that when we sit there, doing all this damn bucking, you got to sit here and think about, man, you standing on the shoulders of giants when you look at history of the people that made sacrifices. Some of these was kids and teenagers, young ladies that got more, than any man. To sit here and just be like, okay, I'm gonna get all this happening to me, but I'm doing this for the greater good of other people.
Right.
My God. And if that don't make you wanna have some kind of indebtedness to go do it. I don't know what the hell it take for you.
Right.
You
Well,
know?
they started this thing last year where they were saying when we exactly what you're talking about now. They were saying that don't matter. Your vote don't count anyway, regardless to what happened in the past. Your vote, that on top of this whole the vote thing and that whole your vote don't count thing is what keeps us away from the polls a lot of times. We listen to what the celebrities say, but then we got this whole thing where we want to be in the in crowd. And the in crowd says don't vote because it don't count. So you got that on top. That's why we don't vote much. We don't vote that much because we always listen to what other people say.
Well, the unfortunate part about it, and again, I don't want to make the celebrity bashing show, but a celebrity, a lot of times people get money, they feel like they don't have, they don't have the same plight or the same issues that everyday black man. I got money, so I ain't got to deal with it. But they forget that, you most time you in a situation that somebody done gave you, and they can pull and take away from you anytime.
Right.
That's Nick Cannon.
Yeah, we're not gonna bash celebrities, but they have a certain a level of responsibility because they get their zeros from us. So I don't want to sit here and get them off the hook and let them think that they don't have any. They have a plight in this as well because as soon as everything over, they gonna want our dollars. So we need to be able to steer us down the right path because you're gonna want our dollars. You want to be able to sit in that mansion, buy that Bentley, and you're not doing that just because you look like you look. You're doing that because of the dollars that we supply to you all and buy your liquor, we buy your clothes, we buy your record, we download it, we stream it. Whatever we do in order to support your style of living, you have a responsibility. And I hear a lot of celebrities say, "Well, I ain't no role model." Yeah, as soon as you cash that check, you're a role model. Sorry, I'm just sorry. You're a role model because as soon as you get 7 million or 2 million followers, you're a role model. It's just the way it goes. Life goes on. You want to be able to buy the car and flounce it in front of us and stack some money on the table and show us that you living well, but you living well off the backs of us. So you have a responsibility to make sure that our children, your children, we all go down the right path. Sorry, deal with it or give the money back. One of the two.
Well, I mean, take celebrity out of the equation. You be a regular person, you have some degree of success, you should have a moral obligation to help others. I mean, you talk, as a person that being a selfless servant, doing out here working in the community, doing with my kids and dealing with other folk kids, my whole logic always being, hell, I need to deal with these kids, but, help them now.
Right.
Or be saying, won't be busting my damn car later on.
Right.
And I've always had a problem with people, these kids don't listen. They ain't doing this, and the women ruin them. I do this, that. Well, holler at them. Stop talking about them. But you so damn scared, you can't say nothing to them. I don't sit here and tell kids, hey, man, just leave it at that, go vote. I'm telling you why you need to vote.
Right.
Why you need to read. Why you need to damn think. Do that get met with respect all the time? No, I'm going to get some ignorant. I'm going to find an ignorant adult.
Right.
But 9 times out of 10, let's say 9 times. Let's take that again. I'm going to give folks too much damn credit. Majority of the time, you met with respect. And the kids, I appreciate that, sir.
Right.
And everything. But you do, to your point, celebrity, athlete, just a regular everyday person that's doing well in life, you should have a moral obligation to want to help others. We ain't say sit there and pay nobody damn bills and all that kind of stuff. But at being 12% of the population, we're always going to be a step or two behind. Or a step or 4 behind in regards to what we're trying to do and get and catch up with everybody. So we can't afford to be not trying to assist each other, help each other, and everything. A lot of times people call me with the bid and stuff, and I always, hey, not to get off track, but remember, Majestic Business Service, we give free business advice. I kept it going and stuff. I'm always like, hey man, go holler at folks. Now you ain't got to give them the whole recipe. Hey man, just tell them, hey man, just buy some spam. I'm not spam, Pam. I said spam, Pam. Or what kind of cake batter you make? You ain't got to get the whole recipe. Just kind of help them out.
Right.
Damn, where the hell spam come from? Pam. That was the kitchen spray. But you still want to assist people and help folks out. And I think that's one thing as black folks, we can't afford not to be helping each other out. So I just want people that, number one, that's very, very critical in regards to just those sacrifices. We looking at what's done went on through history. You need to just be able to look back at your ancestors and people before you that made those what they gave up for you to have the opportunity.
Right.
And for you not to be using it, you're a damn fool. You gotta do that. You have to. I push on my kids, get your and go vote.
Mm-hmm.
Go vote. For the simple fact you're black.
Yeah,
Go vote. Why? Vote. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Go vote.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're black. Just go vote. Because that was a right that people gave their lives for you to have.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things. I don't, that it just point blank period. But God, man, and it hurts because again, so many folks have taken is those liberties and freedoms that we've got that we were always deserving of and we fought for. We've got so comfortable we forgot what it took for us just to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a time where black men couldn't work in corporate America. And there was a time where black men almost had to be just making copies all day.
Right.
But then you get so comfortable you forget the help of the young brothers getting in certain places.
Right.
The time they only had, a couple black men that were police officers or firemen and stuff like that. You had to go through a whole lot of stuff to do it. Don't forget about helping folks.
Right.
I ain't say sit there and subsidize and all that kind of stuff, but we have to help
a helping
people.
hand to help themselves.
There you go.
Help them to help themselves. That's it.
There you go.
You don't have to pay their bills. You don't have to just help them to help themselves. That's it.
You
I'm
gotta
giving
do
you
it.
a good. Oh, look at your phone. They don't want to cooperate whatsoever. I think it's that case, brother.
Probably so.
Yeah, I think it's that case. But I'm gonna give you one good example.
Talk to me.
We got the Misfits Radio on Instagram, and it's always young brothers coming in asking about how do I get my music out there? How do I do this? I had one guy just recently, like a day or so ago, hit our DM Misfits Radio. Said, man, I really want to do this music thing so hard, and I really want to just make things happen. I'm not asking for no handout. I'm asking, what do you think that what I can do to try to get my music out there more? And I told him. I said to the road, I said, look, man, you got to network. You got to talk to people. You got to hit people up. You got to add people. You got to hashtag. You got to do everything you can do to get your music noticed. Do a little bit better videos, because I looked at his page. I said, do a little bit better videos, on your page. Get a little IRIC so when your music is playing, it don't sound so bad in the background. And do you know he wrote me it had to be 7 pages back, thanking me so much. Nobody ever really took the time just to tell him just that little bit. He really appreciated just the whole thing, whole list of things.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it. I'm really trying to do this. It gets discouraged, and I thank you for taking a little bit of time out because I didn't know any of that stuff. Just little stuff like that. And that didn't take me no time. It didn't cost me no money.
But it meant the world to him.
And it meant the world to him.
And just even that point, I mean, anybody looking to get in certain just industries and be successful, you just go on BET and look at those Hip Hop Chronicles.
Right.
And I was looking at Rough Riders and Master P, and you see the damn chitlin circuit them brothers went through. My God.
Right.
They
just pop up successful.
Woo,
See, people get that mistaken. They think they just popped up successful.
Man, you sit there and look at what them guys did to get to where they were. Lord have mercy. And then everything. And then, just that just be a testament to just hard work, with everything. So, now that was cool. Yeah, that was, I love that series. Because it's one of them definitely ain't ones, nothing about glitz and glamour. It's all about grind.
Right.
And, that was big. That was pretty good. Oh, man, check it out.
We got to watch one.
That Master P, and like I said, the one with the Rough Riders. Man, fool, man. God, dog. You sit there and look where them guys started.
Right.
And where and it was just grinding. Failures, grinding. Setbacks, grinding. That's how it is. But again, tonight's show we're talking about why you shouldn't hold your vote. We just went through the first reason, and that being, the sacrifice that people make for you. The second one is, and I think this is very, very important. I don't think people understand this because a lot of people have been in a situation. It's too late. What I mean by too late, we talk about basic negotiations. You negotiate and give your points of what you want for your vote during the primaries. When you got 5 or 6 people want to be on the Democratic ticket, that's when you turn around and say, hey, this is the platform. These are the things that we want. These are the different issues we have. When you have options, right? When you have all these people sitting there and you want to see, find out, scrutinize Kamala Harris, scrutinize, what's his name, Michael Yang? David Yang, that was Michael Yang, or Michael Yang, who was some other people that dropped out? What's my man named older guy Damn, I'm going blank. He right there in my head. The socialist. Bernie Sanders. You scrutinize them then. That's when you give your black agenda. That's when you give all that stuff then. These are the 5 things I want, and how can you make it happen?
Okay.
You don't do that shit when you only got one. You know, you got. I mean, in the most simplistic term, you got several job offers, and you highly sought after.
Right.
You got your LeBron James on. Everybody can get shrimp dinners and everything. You got options.
Right.
But normally, like most of us out here, we only got one person, calling you back. You take the damn job.
Right.
And that's just how everything with politics the same way. If you got Trump or Biden, man, let somebody come to Trump with that kind of, man, come on. They're not going to vote for Democrats.
Right.
Now, come on. They're going to still vote for Trump, regardless.
Regardless.
You know what I'm saying? You think Trump made any kind of big additions to any trailer park over the past 4 years?
Not one addition to
And
trailer
they still
park.
Trump 2020.
Right. Not one.
Hey.
One trailer park.
I see the commercial guy got his big old Milwaukee best, Trump 2020.
Right.
Got his flag, his Milwaukee best. He ain't thinking that. And Trump ain't did a thing for him.
Right.
Ain't took him raccoon hunting. Ain't did not a damn thing. But everybody on code.
Right.
Everybody on code.
Everybody.
We going there. We want this. We want it. Man, what the hell? You ask for stuff that probably Biden or the president not even supposed to be
You
doing.
need to be asking your local officials.
Exactly. And I think that's the thing that we really got to get out of. And that's what problem I got with these celebrities. You have that kind of energy then. And to that point, I did see some platforms like with the Breakfast Club that were having different candidates come on and they were grilling them and asking certain things. I think one of the biggest problems, this is me speaking, for the black community, we're at a funny spot when we start talking a black agenda because, yes, we all are black, but we all have different things going on. I think, universally we all are black, but socially, does the black man in Buckhead and the black man in Bankhead got the same issues?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, we both can get locked up and get shot and all this other kind of stuff, but one is worried about, his property. He's worried about his, the quality of life for his schools. Another might be worrying about, hey, look, can we get more security out here and everything like that? So, and they're not even near parallel. So those kind of things, because as we progress, regress, or even evolve through life, different things become more important, and some things we just kind of put to the side. You at 24, 34, 44, and 54, as a person, as you evolve and grow, you don't have the same interests or whatever. So I just think it's kind of difficult. We start talking about what we want. Now, if we sit here and say, these are the 5 things, we want X amount of dollars committed to HBCUs, we want to make sure that we get so much percentage of minority contracts available, those kind of things. We say that, let's have that kind of conversation and do that. And you do have some programs out there that do that, but to that said, my lighter fell. To that whole point where they said, we just got to be on code with doing that early in the mix.
Okay.
When you get down to the point where you only have 1 or 2 options,
It's too late.
it's too late. It's 1 or 2.
And I guess your point to that is you do it early so that way everybody know what we kind of leaning towards, and the one person, once it gets down to the one person, they already know, and they take bits and pieces of what what we thought and try to mix it and make it better. Is that what you're thinking, or because the one person still can say, I don't care what y'all say, I'm gonna do this.
Well, the flip side of it is it go down to votes.
Okay.
I was having a conversation with my best friend this morning, and like I was telling him, I did accounting for county governments for 15 years. So, am I a politician? Absolutely not. But I actually done seen enough of how stuff works. And I will say this too, and I'm talking about from all over the state of Georgia. I would say this is that when a person is an elected official, they're elected to quote unquote represent everybody. But you're a damn fool if you think that this person is still gonna give you the same attention and they know your ass didn't vote for them.
Right.
No.
Okay.
That's why people take political sponsors.
Right.
That's why people take donations.
Right.
So you think I'm gonna sit here, yeah, my job is to fight for the people. But it's really fight for the people that got me in office.
The loudest voice, which is the most dollars or the most votes. Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So when you get to that point, you got to be realistic that when it's 1 or 2 and you trying to put in their face, you ain't really got no leverage. You should just be giving support. And that's the thing about what I want to get with number 2. You got to understand how the game goes. So, and this is just like presidential election, homeowner association election, homeroom election.
Right.
At that point, you just got to sit here and galvanize with 1 or 2. Because you went through the whole scrutiny, laying down what you want, the negotiations, and then at that point, now we're just moving forward. But you at the end of the, you in the 2-man race, and you trying to lay this down. If you get it or don't, I mean, now, once it's done, it's over. Now that person is not going to be inclined to do anything for you if they get it or don't get it.
Right.
And so that's the thing, we got to learn that game. You don't give it. You know, I see Ice Cube and say, that's not the time.
Right.
And shout out, I know them brothers have good intentions, I hope. But I think sometimes when you got money, you forget because you can do certain things other people can't do. And when you sit there and try to negotiate and push things on people, and you don't have an option. I mean, I think about when Biden went on the Breakfast Club, he said, I do all this for black folks. I mean, was he being cocky and stuff about that? Yeah. But on the flip side of this, too, he like, look, I know I'm going to be the damn Democratic nominee.
Right.
So, look, it's me or Trump.
One or the other.
So, at the end of the day, this is what you need to
your
get.
poison.
Okay, so look, if you got 1 or 2 things for me to do, say what it is. But all these asking me these questions, look here, this is it.
Right.
This ain't how this game works.
This all you got.
Exactly.
All you got is me or Trump.
And it's like black folks, only people ain't really got that whole concept down. I mean, everybody, the Hispanic have got it. The I'm not going to mess it up. The LGBTQ. Did I get it?
You got it.
I'm telling you, I done boogered that one up. But
they have gotten it so, the LGBTQ, they have gotten it so good that a lot of times the things they want get put above the things that we need. We want the things they need gets put above the things that we need. Think about that. I mean, like, real deal.
Well, it does. But sometimes
they have organized so well.
They organize so well. They vote and they vote. You know, they vote in unison.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's still. Does that mean everybody on board want a certain person in? Absolutely not. Because you know, they got gay Republicans just like they got gay Democrats. But at the end of the day, when it's time to move as a unit, and this is our agenda, we gonna roll with our agenda. And black folks, like I said again, we just haven't got that memo.
Yeah.
Now we want to do this, and I want this, and we want the reparations, and want this, that, and that. I'm saying to tell y'all, man, this reparation stuff gonna get y'all messed up. You got your reparation back in March. It was $1,200, $500 per kid.
Right.
Man, come on, man. Where the hell you gonna get that 40 acres of mule at? And where the hell you gonna stick it at?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the kind of thing. That's a whole nother conversation. People sit here and do that. I just, you know.
If you still do want reparations, let's put that on the back burner and see what we can do right now and move forward towards getting the reparations. But if we don't come together on the simple stuff, how we gonna come together on the bigger things?
Well, again, we're going back to it. If I know that I can't even get y'all to vote for me, I ain't even got an ear for it.
Right.
That's the thing about it. I don't have an ear for it. I hear you talking, but y'all just complaining. Mm-hmm. But if you're voting, you have that power. Listen, that's the thing about it. That's why I said we're at the point now, is Biden or Trump? It doesn't matter. We can get whatever. Look, this is it. This is it. We your agenda, the things you want, that one should have been done back in the spring. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying that you don't ask for stuff, but I'm saying this is not how you negotiate. Mm-hmm. You know, again, when you got one person offer you a job, you take it. Mm-hmm. When you got 5, you got options. Well, how much you gonna pay me? Can I get days off? Can I get this? Then can I get a little stock option? Yeah, you can negotiate. You see what I'm saying? You see this every off season with the pro athletes. You know, they wind them, dine them. You know, hey, well, look, we gave this guy a 30 option with this, that, and that. But if you ain't got nothing but this and that, you just gotta pick. You just gotta pick. And the opportunities you had, like I said again, you had that's 6. This is not how you negotiate. And I think people are influenced, they should spend more time trying to educate and help people on that aspect, as opposed to the aspect of knowing how to negotiate and push your agenda when you have several, right, and find the best fit, as opposed when you only have one and you just got to choose. Right. See, that's the thing about it. You can't scrutinize one. Right. Biden sitting there looking like, man, hey, what you gonna do if you don't vote? You got him.
Right.
And that's exactly what
No
he
vote
said
for
on Breakfast Club.
No
Like,
vote for me
yeah.
is a vote for him.
Yeah, exactly.
No vote at all is a vote for him.
Hey, straight up.
I mean, it's just that simple. A lot of people need to realize that. And I know we got the electoral college, and that's a whole nother conversation. But no vote for him. No vote at all. It's still a vote for him, regardless. I mean, you just got to get out there and do it anyway. Get a morning off for work for free. I mean, what you how do you call in for that?
I just, but that's the issue I think we really have to get on. Like that number two, just understand that leverage. You have to understand when we talk about voting, you got to know where you're at in the process.
Mm-hmm.
When you got 5 or 6 people, you can ask, hey, what's your policies? Which one? That's fine. But none of y'all want to do that then. Want to get down now, well, what Biden going to do? Hey, man, look, he's just running now. All that shit you had to ask for, you should ask for when there were 4 or 5 of them.
I guess it's like your LeBron analogy. When you got 4 or 5 people at the table, you can say, look, such and such is offering me $2.5 million.
Well, that's what he does.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
what he
got
does.
Several people.
Yeah.
He willing them down. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Such and such offered me $5.5 million and a house. What you got? And then he be
He's
like,
got to beat it.
right.
and you had that opportunity.
Right.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, Michael Yang. Damn, it's somebody else.
It was 20 of them.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. When you had all that was your opportunity.
Right.
But you didn't want to read. You didn't want to scrutinize. You didn't want to do this. You didn't want to know what's going on. And now you just got this one. Now you want to ask all these damn questions, and nobody ain't going to listen to you. It's just, it's not going to happen.
Right.
I don't care, again, I tell you, man, I love Black Panther, but Wakanda got folk messed up. And then you got everybody else want to go to Ghana and go this, that, and that, and all that. Okay, man, you going to go get bit by something worse than the damn coronavirus. Let me stop, man.
That covers somebody who's been over there.
Man. Shit. It's a reason why folks from Africa come over here now.
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
And everything. At the end of the day, you're going to make it when you can make it.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. That's how life is. Life going to throw you some bad pitches. It's just about, what you're going to swing at, what you ain't, how you going to react for them and stuff. But I think that's one thing we got to really talk about, just learning how to negotiate. Get this to change lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're talking about why you shouldn't hold your vote. And we're going over the 3 things why you shouldn't hold your vote. And those 3 things being, number 1, the sacrifice people made through history. Number 2, what we just covered is it's too late. You got to negotiate. And most important, the last one I'm bringing up, number 3 is, and I think this is the most important part of voting. You give your ability to make any kind of change. When you don't vote is kind of like look at education. It's a great equalizer. And I'm not talking about education where you got to go to a formal college or anything. I'm just talking about acquiring some kind of knowledge or anything, experience about something. But when you're able to vote, that's when, okay, I'm at a level, everybody in the country has that opportunity.
Right.
Now, we can go into the trickery and all this other kind of stuff. Can anything happen? Absolutely. But it's just like, me being a football coach and a track coach, and why I love competition so much is at the beginning of the game, we both had the same opportunity to win and lose. Now, once it starts, whatever happens.
Right.
But we both started on the same level playing field. You got to vote and I got to vote. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, how it happens is how it happens. But you can't take that away from me. You got that vote. You have that ability to make change. You have to take full advantage of it. And you just can't, get it up. Your vote is your choice. Your vote is your voice. That's what you can sit here and say, this is mine. And, when you don't vote, you can't say a damn thing.
Right.
How the hell you going to be critical of somebody and you didn't even damn vote?
You ain't bothered to.
You didn't do nothing.
Right.
But you complaining. And you're actually complaining about something that you participate in that directly affects you.
Right.
That's the other thing. If you're going to be sitting there living in this society and living in this government, whatever is done, policy, whatever, it still affects you. Mm-hmm. And when you choose not to participate in it, hey, that's on you. Right. But you had your opportunity. And I think when people give that up, they totally forget about that. And you just can't do that. And I'm going to say this too, because I remember the election, not Barack election, but the one, who was president for Bush?
Bush.
And John Kerry. With a John Kerry running against him.
Al Gore. Was it Al Gore?
Gore quit. Exactly. And that when Puffy had that massive voter die and everything. And it's just like when Gore lost, even though Gore, I felt like, should have pushed the issue and all that, even if it wouldn't have happened. That's why I respect Stacey Abrams so much. You like, shit, count them again.
Mm-hmm.
Count them again. You know? For the simple fact that people sacrifice so much to support you,
Right.
count them again.
Right.
But I say this to say that so many people were deflated after that election. I think a lot of folk went out and they got mad because it didn't work. Guys, you got to understand something. The beauty of competition is that not necessarily you always going to win, or you might face the face of defeat. It's that you got a chance to compete.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
It ain't about always you going to win. Everybody can't win. It's I got a chance to get to the fight.
Right.
You know, you see that little fine girl at the club.
Yeah.
And you sit there and say, look, man, I got a story to tell you.
Right.
And you just working your magic in your head before you get over there. And, you know, you see little cartoons and, you know, you get over there and you just in the air and everything like that. You got a 50-50 chance of seeing that tooth come out of her mouth smiling. Or she just be like, get the hell on, whatever.
Get away from me, right?
But the beauty is what? You get to go over there and say something.
You got in
to
the
her.
game.
There you go. Remember how I used to say back in my heyday, just get me to the fight.
Right.
Just get me to the fight. And I think a lot of time people, they get dejected because things don't go their way. And that's how life is. Things ain't going to go your way. Things ain't going to work like that all the time. I tell my kids all the time, everybody ain't going to like you.
Right.
Everybody ain't going to like you. You know, me and my third son, Crystal, we identical. Short, stocky. Bro, I said, bro, you got a lot of promise in the world. You a short man. You got to open your mouth.
Right.
Everybody going to look over you.
Look right over
you. Better grab this and put them down. Make sure you look at me. and if you don't do that, you miss out on opportunities. And the thing of it is when people do things and it doesn't work for them, they get all in their feelings. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to get disappointed. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But you got to understand, just because who you wanted to win didn't win, that don't mean don't vote no damn more.
Right.
That don't mean give up on the process. They just didn't damn win. And get out your feelings. Get out your feelings.
Right.
And that's what happened too much. Well, this, that, and that, they ain't go. But you sit there and you do what you made. I think when Jesse Jackson lost that presidential election all them years ago, he brought so much change about in regards to the participation blacks could have and do everything, because it was just, he even though he didn't get nominated that year. Who was that? Was that Dukakis? Who beat Jesse Jackson? I only remember this election because I was at Bellwood Boy Club and we had the convention was in Atlanta.
And I remember when it was Dukakis. That when they had that big thing in Atlanta.
Michael Dukakis. And the convention was in Atlanta. And I just remember they was picking us. I was at Bellwood Boy Club on Bankhead, and we had to have a contest that I lost to go be an interviewer at the convention.
Okay.
It's one of the few times I lost.
And you went on did the interview, right?
I didn't do it. 30 years later, I'm still kind of stinking about the shit. Hey, man, you can't even read good. How the hell you gonna have an interview?
Oh, you know? You ain't throw salt on the dish.
Yeah. I'm about 11. I'm about 12, 11 or 12.
Right.
Hey, you got him. You know, I'm ready to go do my thing. How he doing it?
So he can't stand up in front of the class and read.
Damn, boy, you got me thinking about this shit. Let me leave that. But I just remember when shit. I just remember, but even when Jesse lost that, he made so many changes in regards to some of the issues, a lot of issues that he brought out for the black community and stuff like that. But again, that was our chance to participate and do that kind of things. And those are the kind of things that I think people have to take advantage of. You know, you have to look at the change you make by voting, by participating and everything. And you have to use that to your advantage. You have leverage. You have leverage. That's why you think about it. The reason why politicians come to the churches, they go to the old veteran groups and the men and women organizations, because they damn vote. Mm-hmm. You want them to go to the projects and talk to you, but your ass don't want to register to vote. Mm-hmm. I can't waste gas and time going to places, talking to you and pushing you, and I know you ain't gonna participate.
Right.
That might sound effed up, but that's real.
That's true.
That's real. Now, if I can sit here and give you a conversation, you say, okay, look, man, I'm gonna go and get registered and do that. That's fine. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, I got to be dealing with the people I know this guys are gonna be participating. We can go back and forth where, well, you supposed to do this for all the people, but the people ain't put me here.
Right.
You know,
These people put me here.
Yeah.
Not the people.
Exactly.
These people. It's like you going to a mechanic to get your car fixed, and the first thing he said, well, I don't know how to do that. So you didn't waste your time going to a mechanic that don't know how to fix what your problem is. So now you gotta start out. So you're not gonna waste your time going to places that you know don't have good food, don't have good wings.
we all have been in that Jess breaks. That dude come out there eating that church's chicken bone. What wrong with your car? Wrong with my car? I brought him to you. I ain't eating a chicken bone in front of you and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we got like a 3-hour wait.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Don't give up your power, people. Don't give up your ability to make change. Take advantage of this process because, again, it is a reason. We can talk about this country or whatever. You talk to a man that been in the military, then did all this stuff. You know, I'm a proud disabled veteran. I love the U.S. Army. Anybody know me know that. And I would tell you, man, this is the best country in the world. And at the end of the day, this is the only place you can do what you want to do. And you might got to have a real funky journey to get where you want to be, but you really can't do what you want to do. That's the exact reason why people come over here in banana boats and sit here and go all out, making their dreams come true. If you make the decision to not do it and complain the whole time, that's on you.
Right.
But you definitely had the opportunity. You know, and that's the thing about it. You have to take advantage of that. Mm-hmm. When you got an opportunity to make change, please take advantage of it. So again, those 3 things what I just talked about. Look, the sacrifices people made. You know, just knowing that, hey, you know, you got to know how to negotiate to get what you want. And then lastly, you know, by not voting, you give her your ability to make change. Make sure you stick with and think about those 3 things, guys, because it really kind of bothers me when I hear people saying, okay, I ain't going to vote, I ain't going to make no difference and stuff like that. But I don't think you understand what you're not doing by participating, by not participating, choosing not to. Again, the show is Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Please go to the YouTube channel, Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. The YouTube channel, Facebook. You can follow me on IG at Deonte_77. But please, you know, again, leave the comments. You know, if you check this show out later on, I know I have a lot of listeners that check the show out the next day or whatever. Feel free to inbox me, send me information and stuff like that. All my contact information is on there. If you got any aspects you want to discuss about it, because I wanted to make this a very live conversation and anything. Anybody tuning in the chats? Anybody tuning in? No. No more questions and everything. But I just want to have like an open conversation about it because a lot of folks have opinions about it. And then that's going to go into the next phase of what I'm going to talk about right now.
Okay.
The things that people need to be doing. Okay. Because we're at no shortage of people having opinions about, you know, these politicians and what's not happening, but they really don't have a really good grasp about what's going on. So what I'm going to give you guys now is some basic things I think everybody needs to work on. And I think if you work on these items that I give you right now, you'll be more knowledgeable and be open to be participative in the whole process, okay? Mm-hmm. And the first thing, I think everybody need to know basic damn civics. You know, civics is the studies of the rights and duties of citizenship. Right. You native Atlantans, it was a class we all had to take in 8th grade, Georgia culture and Georgia history. Yeah. Shout out to my people that grew up in the 90s, Georgia culture and Georgia history. Right. You had to take that. You had to know, House representatives, state senators, county government. You had to know all that basic stuff. To just how things operate, how it function, how a bill was made, how you could get a bill, how they got to go through the different channels, all the different branches of the government, from the executive, legislative, and judicial branch, all that kind of stuff. People just need to know basic damn civics, and instead of just looking at so much law and order, and you start thinking about examples of civics being just voting, joining the military, running for political office, or holding political office. Those kind of just basic things we saw just being a citizen of this country that you were able to do. And I think a lot of times people just are clueless on the process and everything, and it's just amazing. I mean, you see a brother like Kanye West running for president. And Kanye peed on some records.
Yeah, because he said the record industry is nothing but slave drivers.
Kanye off the hook.
Hey, he got that 1.2 with the B behind his name. He went off the chain, didn't he?
Woke up and got some of Kim cosmetic pills and chewed the wrong prescription.
I think it was the change from M to B behind his name.
That B.
Yeah.
Nah, he was Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity before he got it's just like I said, the microphone just got bigger for him talking to.
Right.
But Lord have mercy.
He might be a genius. He might be drawing attention to something to throw you a curveball about something else. You don't know about that.
That motherfucker crazy. That motherfucker crazy. No, hell no. Now I think he's a brilliant person. I think, you can't do what he does if you're not brilliant. But I think him being a brilliant musician and him being a brilliant politician, two whole different things. Yeah. And you have people that actually can do it. The Terminator was a governor.
Right.
And
got a reality show host. That's the president.
Oh, damn.
I mean, Ronald Reagan was a movie star, wasn't he? I mean, come on now. Let's add him up.
I always remember the historic words Trump said. The Apprentice. I got all Donald Trump books. Y'all know I'm a big Donald Trump.
His cameos in the movies.
Hey, I'm a very big Donald Trump, the businessman fan. But all this political stuff, a whole different thing. But I always just remember just grab him by the P.
Right.
When you got money, that's what you can do.
Right.
When I knew that wasn't affecting nobody, I knew it was over then for Hillary.
When he said that, you know what I said? I said he shouldn't have said it out loud, but he right. So when you got money, it's a lot more things you can do. But
hey, you got money, just grab them by it, man. That's all you can do. Women ain't bother now.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's just a man.
And then if it didn't bother people at the church.
Oh man, come on.
If it didn't bother evangelicals any, they always say, well, basically they say we close our eyes to that, but he gonna give us
yeah, there you go.
He gonna give us this.
Well, even with that, like that's the thing about it, man. It's just that a lot of times people just still stay on code. Now, they might say something to you behind closed doors, but people just stay on code.
In front of company is different.
Yeah, there you go. Close the doors. Hey man, what in the hell are you doing? You think Michael Jackson's brother was saying that to him, when they got behind closed doors,
right.
They ain't gonna front on their brother.
Right.
Hey man, what's up with you and these little monkeys? Shit. Damn, Mike.
Right.
But again, just being on code. The second thing I think help you guys, we start talking about learning things to help you be more knowledgeable and participate in the political process. The second thing is, this is very, very important, everybody. Very important. You need to know the difference between the federal, state, county, and local level, and know the different impacts that each one of them have on you. This is very, very important because this is one of my major gripes where I have a lot of people that be like, what Barack do for black people? What Barack do? Well, what were you expecting Barack to do?
Right.
The things that you probably sitting there looking at for the president to do, that might have been something for your county commissioner,
right.
your state senator, your local representative. Those might have been things.
Nobody come out here to fix potholes.
Well, that's the thing about it. So when you sit here and say, what do you have for black folks to do? Maybe that was just something your governor should have took care of. Your state senator is the one that goes to things on a local level to put stuff in your school system. Your federal congressman, that's the one that goes and get all those federal tax dollars to put back into their district and put it back in. Have you talked to them? But you think this black man in the White House supposed to do that? That's just the top. But you got so many people under him that affect you on a more
24 hours,
personal basis. Exactly.
24/7, 365 basis.
Exactly. And you really need to know the difference between those different ones. And I think that was one of the biggest things that bothers me when I hear people say that kind of stuff in regards to what did Barack do? What didn't he do that you? Well, he could have made this. Well, how do you know the thing the president need to be doing? And then this goes to number 3. You need to not only learn the difference of those positions, learn who those politicians are in your particular district. You need to learn who your local, state, federal politicians, and learn their platforms. I can guarantee you now, Majority of people right now don't even know who their city councilman are. They don't know who their school board represent off of their district. They don't know. They don't have conversation with them to find out, hey, man, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? I tell you, my complaining ass does. And you have to know that.
When they see another,
shit, there you go, short shit. You know, short shit. You go, hey, man, look, man, I need some more, police officer for my office. I need that.
Right.
Hey, man, can we have more, and just being able to leverage that kind of stuff out. That's when you want to start a certain business up and you want to have those. I think a lot of even, you got guys that even want to open up clubs and all kind of stuff and where the police be tripping. Well, maybe if you find out who your local, congressman or, whoever your district rep is and let them know what you're going to do with the community and stuff like that, they may be more inclined.
Right.
Or receptive. Because, again, the people that vote for them may not want that.
Right.
But maybe you have a conversation with them, you can do that. And it's just being forward thinking to understand those kind of things. And that's why corporations can come in and set up certain things. That's why certain organizational groups can get certain things done because they participate in the process and know the people at those different levels that can affect what they need done. I can just give you a perfect example. Over there at my house over there in Bankhead, people don't know in Atlanta, unless you're really active, people don't really try to get knowledgeable stuff until they get beat up or shot by the damn police. But you have Atlanta's broke up in what we call NPUs, or neighborhood planning units. This is the city of Atlanta. And each one of those is broken up, and you can actually go to those meetings. If you want to open up a business in that area, they have people in the community say, hey, I want to open up a liquor store. They'll actually can override that from a zoning perspective to put that kind of stuff in there. I remember that when I tried to open up that personal care home 12 years ago, just going in front of the NPU, making your spiel about what you want to do. But people want to do it ass backwards. They want to go buy LLC and get them a $5 logo and get an Instagram account and think this is it. I'm in business. And it's a little bit more than that. And you have to actually know that those people affect you so much more than any president.
You know who does, who uses it? I'm going to give you a good example. People in Buckhead go to them meetings. You know why I know? Because they damn near got their own mayor, and they still in Atlanta. What's her name? Mary Norwood, the Buckhead Coalition, whatever they got going on. Yeah. Don't nothing happen unless they say so. Well, because they go to those meetings, they talk to them folks. We always talking. Yeah, we talking about getting streets fixed and potholes fixed and stuff in our neighborhood. That's because we don't go to those meetings, but they go to them meetings. They go and they talk to them for. They call and they show up at their offices. They do whatever they got to do to get what they need in that neighborhood to keep our black asses out.
well, they go back to about 2 or 3 years ago when Fulton County had all them different sections annexing Fulton DeKalb with Brookhaven, Johns Creek, Milton, and all them were just breaking out because they're looking like we understand the leverage. Why the hell are we sharing with all these other people that's not participating? Why don't we just have our own? And that's the same kind of thing. You have power in your vote. You have power in participation. But you ain't got a damn thing. You don't do that. But
and
you want to
say a lot of times they want to break away from us. I'm just gonna put it out there when they want to break away these Brookhavens, what was that?
John Creek,
and all
Milton,
that. They break away from us because they feel like we not gonna be a part of the process.
And it's unfortunate because I don't even know if they even take consideration, actually the tax dollar, distribution or allocation that come from the different areas. But even with that said, we have to be able to know what kind of. I think it's dumb to kick here and saying that black folks got this kind of spending power, we got this kind of stuff, and you really don't you're saying that because you want to spend with each other. Listen, you ain't got to just sit here and keep trying to segregate yourself. Understand the leverage you got with everybody else too. Because again, you got people coming in that don't live in your community, Asians, Indians, all these other places, opening places and stuff like that. You have the same power to do it in theirs. You just ain't got the confidence. That's all it is. Well, I mean, you can't get on Marine Gay Bar. Why we can't get? We can order us a little Thai restaurant.
Right. We ain't got to be a face of it.
Exactly. And knowing that you can do those kind of things and stuff, they just open up a Tara package. Did a ribbon cutting, I think, yesterday on Tara Boulevard, another liquor store. Asian on. And I'm not knocking them for doing it, but my whole thing of it is not a new idea. But they went through the process and got what they had to do and get it. You can't, and I read the comments, why we need this, why we need that. Well, they just beat you to the punch. Why you couldn't do that?
And going back to our whole sticking together as a group, coming together is what we need. They stick together as a group. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. They stick together as a group. It might be 15 people who own that liquor store. and they had 2 people go through the process. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. 15 people, 2 people own it, but that's the thing of it is that when you sit there and you take advantage of the competition, be able to do it, that's on you to do it. I just had a comment the China put in. She said she always votes, but she said since she was 18, she take her kids to vote, but now she just she's not compelled or motivated to vote, and she said because you're waiting for some kind of change to come every 4 years, but at the end of the day, the problem come up is you don't wait for the change to come. Things ain't always going to work the way you want to do it. It's not always. Again, when you sit there and you wait for the change to come, you got to ask yourself, okay, did the change come? Did change not come, or did the things that I wanted or I needed or that I tried to push for not even come up? Because again, just what you want to change, and what 30 other people wanted to stay the same, you can't get whatever with that. That's just how that goes. You're not gonna get. That's the whole beauty of negotiations. You gotta be able to sit here and say, well, look, I'm cool when I get this, we're gonna get that, whatever, And that's how, at the end of the day, some places get certain buildings and libraries built, and then some areas get parks. But you have to be very active, not just at the ballot, but pre-ballot, during those town halls, during those different sessions when you can sit here and scrutinize these people and talk to them then.
Mm-hmm. You can email them. You don't have to get up. You can email these folks. They all got email addresses.
Let me tell you something. I ain't
email
never
them all the time.
Exactly. I'm about to say I ain't never emailed federal, state, county commissioner, and I ain't got a response back. I can tell you that.
It might be they assistant, but somebody's seen it and replying to it. So you can email these folks. You ain't got to be up there in their face. You ain't got to. I mean, they have emails for a reason.
Well, let me correct myself. LaChana said not I. She said it's a community effort, and I get it. And you're right. And I apologize if I misread anything or misstated anything. I agree with that. But I will say this at the end of the day, when we go back to, like I said, that whole issue of community, we have to be very careful that we start talking holistically when we start talking about the black community or what we're doing and everything with that, because again, that's why everybody, regardless of race, has a different agenda. And that's why I think a lot of things we should be looking at from a racial standpoint. We also need to be looking from a social standpoint in terms of, different agendas you have at different lives.
Too.
What is socioeconomic? I'm sorry, exactly. Yeah. With that point, because everybody has different agendas, what's important to them. And lastly, about to forget, you got to know your needs as a citizen and find out who really can assist you. Again, so it's one thing to know the difference of the different political positions or the different seats that are available, knowing who they are, but honestly, how they can affect you. Mm-hmm. Your school board, and it just taken from a person that lives in Clayton County, a county that lost their accreditation, where my property value went not just down, decimated.
Wow.
Because of a school board losing their accreditation. And then you find out, well, this person wasn't doing this, that person wasn't doing that. And you see how much that can affect you and your wealth. Right. By you having certain people in there that weren't, I don't want to say people weren't competent, but how, their actions can affect you in a certain way. Mm-hmm. And when you say here, you got to know who these people are that you're putting in, and that's why you have to be participative. You cannot be sitting on the sidelines and saying what you ain't going to do, giving comments about stuff like that, and then when you don't participate and it don't work your way, you can't get mad. Right. You can't get mad. And like I said, we're not in the position to be sitting there trying to, avoid, talking to people or avoid participating with certain things because, again, when you start, I'm just saying being around politicians, if they know you're voting for them, hey, okay, I'm inclined to help you. Mm-hmm. If I know you ain't can, listen. Yeah, at least listen to you. When we talking about, I know this person ain't doing that but talking bad about me, how quick you think, would you help you? But your job for everybody, technically. And you got to sit here and just look at it like that. Mm-hmm. Learn how to play the game. And the game may be not necessarily the best word, but learn how to participate in the process. Mm-hmm. And I think once you do that, I think you have a greater appreciation, a more driven attitude towards making change and voting and everything. And that's all I really want to push everybody to do because, again, I'm really telling you guys, I don't really want nobody missing the opportunity to vote and participate. China saying, good point. China saying she's just looking for people to actually, being more forthright and doing certain things because again, we all know she's saying that whatever happens, this affects generations. I'm sorry, now and the ones in the future and stuff like that. But like you said, this is super important because again, we just had a whole damn pandemic that gets totally escalated. I think really had a lot to do with damn leadership.
No, but the president had to shut down the whole postal system.
Man, the president doing anything he want to do. President doing.
Imagine that, the whole postal system.
Hey man, listen, president do what he want to damn do. He's sitting there, he showed what he can do and everything with that. So again, that's why we got to be very careful about what we do and be extremely careful about what the hell you don't do. Okay, this is Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show we talked about why you should not hold your vote. I hope we gave a lot of great information to you guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, giving your feedback, commenting and everything. I want you, like I said again, if you came in late or you want to check the show out later, or if you do check the show out on another day, please feel free to leave any kind of comments and share the show and everything. But fast forward with a couple things we got coming down the pipe. I got the courses and everything coming down. Got the actual ads for everything running out right now. Got some more stuff coming out. Mr. Short Dollar. They're having the whole tax, if you want to start your whole tax business course coming out. I'm going to do a couple of live streaming events in the next couple of weeks. Okay. And have that school running probably by the 15th of October. So if you want to start your own tax business, get in contact with your boy. But I have all that stuff coming in and everything. I've been 20 years in the game. I'm an accountant by profession. So if you actually want to have your own tax business, not one of these folk posting certified tax preparer.
There's always somebody bucking up the game.
Well, I ain't saying they make up the game, but everybody got the same stuff. Certified tax preparer. I get you 6,000. I get you that, and they ain't doing them getting your ass audited. And 20 years in the game. I think if you Google any one of my businesses, I've had a reputable business. I think I got a reputable name. And my whole thing is, just like with this show, I try to help people be in a better situation tomorrow than they are in today. So be on the lookout for all that information. Make sure if you enjoyed the night show, if you didn't enjoy the night show, please share the show with everybody. Tell them to come check me out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Subscribe to the Facebook page, Change the Live, hosted by Deonte Burden. Hit me up on IG, Deonte_77. Also, catch us out at Changes Lives on TikTok. And also, I started out late, so I'm going to be reminding everybody. That whole Nubian Christmas clothing line that I came out with at the beginning of December last year, we're going to start off early.
Okay.
I got the same designs with all, those thick and sexy Santa L's and stuff, shirts and stuff like that. We're going to have everything running. I came out late with it. Some of you guys took advantage of it. I'm going to have the sweaters, the leggings, the everything.
Everything.
So, fellas, if you want to, get that gift and you want your girl looking good, and ladies, you want to hook your boy up and everything, we got the whole clothing line going to be open back up, the same designs. We just started off late last year. Right. We'll have an early push and promo and everything. And I'm going to be on every platform, Teespring, T Republic, Zazzle, Red Republic, is it Red Republic? Not Red Republic. Redbubble. All those platforms I'm on. So just be on the lookout for the Change Live clothing line. You can go to the Change Lives clothing store. Matter of fact, the link is on the videos. I still got probably about 30 different designs for my clothes right now. I'm going to take Slick's advice. I do it sometimes. Most times I don't. I'm going to start wearing some of my gear in here. So y'all can see how fly my stuff is and everything. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. But most importantly, guys, I really want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart, all the support. From what we done grown from a grassroots level to where we are now, especially with 2 YouTube channels to be pushing. We talking about maybe 20,000 people between both YouTube channels and all the Facebook pages. Man, I really support. I appreciate the support that you guys have given me. Love you guys. Remember, next week we're gonna be on Mr. Short Dollar. Got a great show planned for you guys next week for Mr. Short Dollar. But make sure you be checking out both channels and everything between Change Your Lives and Mr. Short Dollar. Love you guys. Appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.